Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we're going to be talking some more about Dolby Vision for the Xbox Series X and S. So, I know a lot of people aren't really talking about it because I'm not really seeing it that much anywhere else except, for me, like coming out of me. I have a pretty extensive catalog of games, and I have been testing these games and seeing which ones are actually running in Dolby Vision now. It's kind of funny. I came home today and I turned on one of my games and the TV, and I thought it was my Xbox that was acting weird, but it was actually the TV. I rebooted the TV, but while I was rebooting my TV, I found another thing, and I was like, let me click that. So I clicked on that, and on my Vizio H1, it actually has a frame rate counter. It has all of that stuff, tells you if the game is running in Dolby Vision or not, it'll tell, and it tells you pretty good. So I was checking some. A Plague's Tale: Innocence is actually running in Dolby Vision. I was like, wow, man, that's pretty freaking cool. I know that one just got an update too, but there are so many games that are actually running in Dolby Vision right now with full support that. Microsoft said there was 100 games or whatever. I find that to be pretty true, because where I'm at in my list, I think I'm up past 70 games that are running in Dolby Vision. And let me get into this. But if you like this content, don't forget to hit that like. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It really helps out this channel. We're definitely growing, and I would like to continue to be able to keep creating this content and pushing that forward so that I can, so that I can be the channel that everybody that I wanted to see. Let's get in. So let's talk about this a little bit, okay? I'm a pretty big fan of HDR. Last generation, when HDR was first implemented, I was blown away, by the way it looks and just how much it can do to the picture, and just it makes everything look a lot better. So HDR10 has basically been the standard that we have had access to recently, up till recently, until Microsoft actually enabled this Dolby Vision on the Xbox. None of us were the wiser. None of us knew really what Dolby Vision could do. Yeah, we've had access to Dolby Vision through Disney Plus and other streaming services and stuff like that, but we've never really seen it in that medium that we really enjoy, that we as gamers like to experience. So actually having access to this now, I personally believe that this is a game changer. I am able to retain far more detail in my image on just about every game I've tried it on. Some games, the change isn't as dramatic as it is in some. Like Far Cry 6 is freaking phenomenal. Like, that game is beautiful. When I was just checking A Plague Tale: Innocence, the changes in that game are not as dramatic, and I feel like it's because of the art style. It kind of just looks like it has a like a foggy tinge surrounding the whole game. Like it does look pretty decent, but nothing that I would say it looks better than the HDR10 implementation on that game. But there are some dramatic changes in some of these games, like F1 2021. It looks really good. In other games like the Crysis Remastered Trilogy, like, you have Dolby Vision in all three of these games now. The way that it makes the first game look is freaking phenomenal. Like, it looks so good when you're sitting on that beach and you're looking out. It is so hard to explain just how much it does, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to break this down the best I can, because I think Dolby Vision is a game changer, regardless of what Digital Foundry says. And that makes me sad, because like honestly, it makes me sad that like Digital Foundry would not give this the time or the airtime that it deserves. I mean, this is pretty big, man. Um, the fact that their favorite game, the one that they always talk about, like Crisis this and Crisis that, the change in that game is pretty dramatic between standard HDR10 as opposed to the Dolby Vision support. Right when you turn that on, and this is best explained with the first game, because with the first game, you can actively select, you can get into the Xbox menu and you can turn on Dolby Vision and you can turn off Dolby Vision, and you can see the change for yourself. If you have an Xbox Series X and you have a Dolby Vision capable TV, preferably an OLED, will probably most definitely give you the best picture that you can get. I would suggest just trying that out for yourself. Give it a look. See if you can see if it's a game changer to you. Right when you flip on Dolby Vision on that first Crysis game, you are going to notice a fuller screen, like fuller color, like everything looks better. Anything that's kind of blurred out a little bit, like colors that are kind of blurred because they're not actually reproducing the exact color that Dolby Vision can produce. It's dramatic. Like it's dramatic on some games. Like Far Cry 6 is freaking phenomenal. Is like a showcase title for Dolby Vision. Like it looks great. It looks fabulous. Right when you turn on your Dolby Vision, like the Xbox does this like little weird thing on some games. Like it'll bring up the picture of the game, like the little hold pattern picture or whatever. And then right when it switches over to Dolby Vision, you'll see it pop in, and then you'll see like so much more detail right in freaking Anton's face. It's freaking phenomenal. It doesn't do that on every game that I've tested, but on that one, it shows you like right there before you even start. Like you're looking at his face and it just, yeah, it looks pretty good. But then right when the Dolby Vision kicks in, you could see everything. Like you could see so much more detail. It's phenomenal. Me personally, like I'm going to continue to make these Dolby Vision videos every once in a while when I test more games and I actually get in there and look at them. I mean, I was surprised to see that, Mass Effect Andromeda has Dolby Vision, but the Mass Effect Legendary Edition does not. So that was kind of interesting to me. There are, of course, there's other games like Forza Horizon 4. It doesn't support Dolby Vision, but Forza 7 does. So I found that a little interesting that we are seeing that there's some games out there that I'm just like, wow, how can these not have that? Any game that is using auto HDR is being converted over to a Dolby Vision signal, and it is, for the most part, I'm trying not to really talk about those games as much, just because of the fact that, well, I mean, I will, because I haven't really, like, if they're auto HDR, I just kind of skip over them. I did notice the one, though, that I looked at, Fallout 4, that one is converted over to Dolby Vision. and like in the 4K mode, it looks freaking phenomenal. Like everything just looks so much fuller. You get a better image quality while using Dolby Vision than you do with the HDR10. So in my opinion, this is pretty phenomenal. And yeah, this is basically exclusive to Xbox right now. Unless PlayStation does something about it, you're only going to be able to, I mean, for the most part, I'm kind of fine. Oh, and another thing, okay? Yeah, you're only going to be able to get this on Xbox right now. There's, as far as I know, there's no plans to bring this to PlayStation 5. Nothing solid that I've heard of or anything like that. I know that their Sony TVs are just barely getting VRR, and if you watch HD TV Test or whatever, he's showing that the VRR implementation really isn't that great. So I'm like, ooh boy, I don't know if, but those two things alone, VRR and Dolby Vision, I don't understand why Digital Foundry does not talk about that. Maybe it's the low adoption rate, the low adoption rate of TVs that have Dolby Vision, but that's going to change pretty rapidly, if you ask me. You can get Dolby Vision TVs for as low as $500 now, so I don't understand why they wouldn't be talking about that. You want something with VRR in it? Gosh, like $700, man. You can get into $700 for 65-inch, Vizio's M series. I know that TLC, Vizio, and Hisense, TCL, are all packing in Dolby Vision as well as freaking VRR for pretty budget. This is pretty budget. Honestly, if you can afford to buy an Xbox Series X, pretty sure you can afford to usually spend like another $500 on a TV that's capable of giving you 120 hertz. All the features that these new consoles can do. It's amazing. You're getting a lot of bang for your buck if you're buying an Xbox Series X right now out of the gate. You're getting a lot of bang for your buck. You are getting, Dolby Vision, VRR, like right out of the box now. Now that update's implemented, yeah, like you're getting a pretty big bang for your buck. PlayStation 5, man, PlayStation, come on, dude, do something about this. Enhance this experience to a better point. Like, I don't understand, seriously, don't understand. I know I said this a couple times. I do not understand why Dolby Vision and VRR are not getting the proper attention that they deserve this generation. You have the ability to go out and get yourself a pretty decent TV that supports Dolby Vision, 120 hertz, HDMI 2.1 with VRR for a pretty reasonable price. Like, that's pretty reasonable. And we're not talking like 32-inch TVs. We're talking like 55-inch and bigger for like $500 and up, This OLED that I bought, the Vizio OLED, that cost me $1,300, and I get all of that with that, and it's amazing. $1,300 to purchase that TV. I don't think I would have to purchase a TV for a little while, because that's a pretty decent price, This is the 55-inch model, so I'm telling you, if you haven't went out and upgraded your TV yet, I definitely do recommend it. I think the Dolby Vision and 120 hertz support with VRR and everything is definitely worth the cost of upgrading your TV this generation, because it's only going to get better next generation. And most of us don't want to buy a TV every few years or something, but you've got think about it this way: if you upgrade your TV now and you get all of this stuff now, all the VRR 2.1, everything like that, that's going to last you at least the next 2 generations of gaming. At minimum, because like, what's the max they can really do? Like, you'll get native 4K with 120 frames a second if they do like a mid-gen refresh or something. Like, this generation here is far more worth upgrading to one of these higher end TVs than it was last generation, where we were almost getting 4K sometimes. Like the Xbox was doing pretty decent, giving you a pretty good bang for your buck. But this generation is probably more worth it. This is probably the best time to upgrade a TV now and get a pretty good one. You could get the LG GX or CX or whatever, the C1. This new TV is pretty freaking, like, the stuff they got packed in these now is freaking amazing. There was some more stuff that I wanted to talk about, today about this, but I feel like this video is getting kind of long, and I'm kind of losing my thought because I'm just kind of rambling or whatever. So essentially, if you made it to this point of the video, I appreciate you. You're dedicated. Thank you for watching this. If you have any questions, about Dolby Vision or any of that kind of stuff, definitely say something in the comments. Let me know how you're feeling about it. Let me know if you think this deserves more coverage. Let me know if you want me to dig deeper into this and like really look at things, because basically I have no way to capture Dolby Vision and put it onto YouTube. I don't think anybody does, to tell you the truth. I know that my Elgato will do 1080p 60 with HDR, but I cannot. I don't know if I can. I don't think I can capture Dolby. I don't think anybody is going to be able to capture Dolby Vision. So it's like really hard to show you this. without the signal being, yeah, I don't know. So the best I can do is kind of explain what it is and how it works. But yeah, all right, this video is long. I'm sorry. I don't want to take up much of your time, but yeah, if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.